Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on. Here we go. Go right in. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball. Check your hot read. Here we're going to 54. Right in. 26.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Play action now. Prescott looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Let's go.
At their own 27-yard line.
Come on, set. 18 data. 50 to lose one. Shit. No.
They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Taylor flushed out right. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here we go.
To throw again on second down. Taylor flush to his right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
Let's go, defense. Who we got?
Trying to get the first with Samuels. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
Straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue.
And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. The sack by Jordan Willis.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. First carry for James Conner. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Samuels. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. From the red zone now, here's Taylor on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
First quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, Samuels. Pushing tacklers aside. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Meanwhile, a throw by Taylor is incomplete. He was looking that time for Stills, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll come up now with a clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first. They run with Connor. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line.
And the Steelers first down.
Now Taylor on 1st down. And the catch made by Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Taylor buying time to his left. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. David Njoku. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Steelers 14, Bengals 0.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Now a give, right side. It's Hines. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 35-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
47. Got 4 down. We're going to 54. Why ain't it? Max 50, Max 50. Pick your game up. Here we go. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
To throw is Prescott. That's complete to John Ross. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
You gotta be ready. Don't be scared of it. Hey, switch gears. Here we go, 46. Mike is 59. Mike's the 59. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. 10 yards there on a Bengal 1st. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
They don't keep playing hard. Let's get it.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Whether it's the toss or the pitch, you get him the ball outside the tackles on the edge. He's a tough man to bring down.
He certainly is, and it makes people wonder on the other side of the ball. Do I really want to deal with him when he gets a full head of steam? At the same time, he's also congratulating his tackle, tight end, wide receiver on that side. They gave him access to the corner and allowed him to build up that head of steam.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now arguably the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up third down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll run again with Samuels on first down. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just one. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Taylor. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
It's now 2nd and 6.
47.
At the 25-yard line.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Prescott got a man open. It's Ross. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Hey, 47. 50, let's go, dude. Tighten up. Let's 26.
Prescott on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On first down, it's Samuels. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this a 39-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Let's go. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. This is Samuels. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on third down. From the gun, Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
54. Got you, boy. 56. Wide. Get wide. Up. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
On second down now, Samuels. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd and 10. To throw is Taylor, operating from the gun. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10 is Counter. And an alley to run. The 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Right back to Cotter here on 1st. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now Taylor to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd of the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Walk 54. I got you. Joker.
From the 22, Prescott. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike, 54. We're going to 50, 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Here we go. 47. 26.
Prescott. Being shaped, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be. Taken down.
They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting sacks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And, oh, they had him bottled up, but here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position. So the face mask gets him a free 15 to start the drive. Now a toss. This is Connor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Taylor will throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That was very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On 2nd down, it's Connor. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. That's caught out wide by Stills. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Taylor. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
Yeah, minimal gain. Looked good, though. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll try the left side. Church. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
The Steelers on third down. They haven't been stopped yet. A perfect 7 for 7. This is 3rd and 11. Now Taylor. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you get...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Bullock good on the extra point. And the lead now down to 20. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Taylor on 3rd down, throws incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Not today, Rob. Not today.
2nd and 4. Open man is Ross, complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, Bowman. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Here's Hines. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Hines. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. On 1st down, Church. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Church, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Taylor. And some strong running. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw on 2nd down, Bowman. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Off play action, Bowman. And that is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Let's go, D. Let's go. 50's the mark. 50's the mark. Let's pick it up. Here we go, 46. Let's get off the field. 46.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his Bengals running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Check 15, check 15. You got tight. You got tight right there.
They'll keep it on the ground. Church. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
He's crashing. He's checking.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. This quarterback now just 3 of 6 throwing it, but that last completion gets a first down. Operating from the gun, Bowman. Now in desperation, and that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
That's another Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.